we have some new makeup to talk about. This is the product that really sparked it all for me, because when I saw this launch, actually, let me just scoot over now. We're getting straight into it because I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. Part of me is like excited and really likes it. And then there's the other part of my brain that's like, okay, but are you gonna use it? This is a sneak peek from Urban Decay. This is the Moon Dust palette and it's the Ice Out palette. I have been wanting them to expand the Moon Dust shadows for the longest time, and I feel like it's taken them a little bit to do it, but now we're getting sparkles, now we're getting some stuff. I'm like, okay, Urban Decay is waking up at least a little bit here. Okay, inside we're getting 4 blue icy toned kind of shades. One's kind of gray, so the first one looks kind of iridescent and seems to have like a clear base on it with that blue, maybe even kind of purple pink shift to it. Then there's like an icy light blue that almost looks like a light silver as well, a more mid-tone light icy blue, and then kind of this gray steely blue kind of color. Names on those: Ice Slick, Chilled Out, Bling Bling, and Moon Spoon. And I don't know, I think this is exciting. I don't know when this is coming out. It says coming soon, but even looking at this picture, this was posted like a month ago at this point almost. So I don't know, I'm hoping it comes out soon. I'm very intrigued. And just in general, I'm telling you, with some of the new Urban Decay launches, I am just like happy that they're kind of branching out. They have Shadowstix that they're gonna come out with very soon. They have these kind of liquid shadows. I've been testing them. They sent me those, and as much as I was excited for them, I'm still definitely testing them out. I have one of them on my eye, the Space Cowboy shade, and I also was inspired by this palette to do a little blue in our corner because I was like, okay, bust out some icy shades. You're excited for this palette. Dig into your collection, bitch. Dig into your collection. So anyway, I am excited to see that, and just in general to see some Moon Dust shadows. We're getting lots of sparkles. We're also getting lots of Shadowstix. Like I just said, Urban Decay is coming out with some Shadowstix, and so is Fenty. They already had Shadowstix, but we're getting some sparkly ones. These are these Shadowstix diamonds, and these are supposed to replicate the same thing as like their diamond bomb highlighters, which I do really love using those on the eyes actually, so I think this is a really great release. There's How Many Carats, which is the platinum sparkly shade. There is Champion, and there's also Miss Prissy, which is a lilac sparkle. I'm a sucker for a shadow stick. I just love them. They're so easy, one and done shadows, or as a layering piece to other shadows. And specifically with really shimmery shades like this, I feel like in a shadow stick you do have the benefit of potentially not having that fallout. With these fine, really small, really glittery shadows, it's very easy to get fallout when you're putting them on because they can be flaky, they can be dry, they can be kind of powdery, but in a cream form you have a lot more control over that sparkle and where it's gonna go, and usually you have the benefit of them being locked down with the formula as well. So I'm very excited for that. These do look like they're gonna be a little bit more opaque, like not the exact same effect as the highlighters themselves, especially if you're gonna put them on full opacity, but I'm sure with a lighter hand or really like thinning them out or shearing them out, I'm sure you can get a similar effect. So that has me very, very excited. And just in general, I'm grateful to all the Shadowstix that are coming out. I'm telling you, I've been asking for them for a very long time, and I feel like finally we're seeing a lot more brands release Shadowstix, and it makes my heart so happy. Another Shadowstick launch, I'm not sure if I talked about here, but I do have them, so I'll put some swatches in, but these are from Half Magic Beauty. Half Magic is like known for their sparkle, and I feel like these Shadowstix were such a fun launch. There are some like less shimmery shades, but then some really, really sparkly shades, and these specific more shimmery shades I think are really beautiful. I was able to pick them up during the 21 Days of Beauty for Ulta, and they were half off, so I was like, okay, let me snag these, and so far I do really like them. I will say they're almost a little powdery for a shadow stick, which I think does help make the sparkle shine. Sometimes when formulas are really creamy, it can be hard to capture that same wet shine sparkle that can happen in a powder eyeshadow, but because this one's a little bit more of like a cream to powder as I'm using it, I think it really does show off the sparkle. But I will say all the tips of these, they were kind of pointed when I first got them. Almost every single one broke off. Every single one. I think if it was just a rounded tip and didn't have that like point to it, I just don't think the formula is stable enough to be able to handle it, obviously because they all popped right off. But since that tip has been gone, it's been fine. Like everything's been great. It just needed, I think, to be rounded. But anyway, I'm still completely testing those ones out, but definitely a shadow stick that has me excited and falls into that same kind of really sparkly territory, like really sparkly on some of the Shadowstix. More sparkly eyeshadow things. There are some new liquid shadows from R.E.M Beauty. These are the Starlet liquid eyeshadows. Now they did have liquid eyeshadows before. It seems like this is a reformulation. It says here to make them a clean formula with added vitamin E and antioxidant care. I don't know about all of that, but I did have one of these from before, and it was an interesting liquid eyeshadow formula in that when it went on, it stayed almost a little tacky, which is a tough one for a liquid eyeshadow. Sometimes if they dry too much, they become flaky and crack and can kind of look like alligator skin on the eye. But at the same time, if something's a little too tacky on your eye, it's a movable, your lid's moving around. It's feeling like it's getting stuck and can be kind of heavy and uncomfortable on the lids. And I also found if I layered that shadow too much, it could still also look kind of like crocodile skin. But the color I had was absolutely beautiful. It was iridescent, super sparkly. So I am interested in seeing if this reformulated formula or liquid eyeshadow would actually have a better maybe feel to me. And it looks like there's going to be some really sparkly shades, which I do love to see. This era of neutrals with like sheer wet shine, super sparkly, ethereal, iridescent, shimmer shades, topper shades is like everything I want. Like this is my moment. This is what I like. So I'm interested to try them, although I do prefer a cream shadow, a shadow stick over a liquid eyeshadow, but sometimes a liquid eyeshadow can get the job done. Those Armani eye tints have really taught me that, I will say. Those Armani eye tints are the real deal. I really want to try some of the matte ones. I have the pink one, but I want to try like a neutral shade because I think it'd make a great base for really any of these wet toppers we're talking about. I feel like there are a lot of designer makeup releases that I've been seeing. This one from Valentino Beauty is an Asia exclusive, I want to say. It's limited edition and it is a cushion powder compact. I have to just say, packaging wise, that is what's sucking me into this. I don't necessarily want this cushion as an actual foundation product. Personally, I mean, cushions, like I get them, but I just prefer skin tints right now. I prefer my concealers basically all over my face. It's just not the form of foundation I'm necessarily looking for at this moment, but the packaging, the way it looks, like having that in your makeup bag, how cute is that? I think it is adorable, so freaking cute. There are some new highlighters from Prada. Now, if you guys were keeping up with what I bought during the Sephora sale, I did try 2 of the Prada neutral quads that have come out, and I have been enjoying them. I gotta say, like, as much as they're expensive, as much as I'm like, I have liked them a lot. And I'm not gonna lie, these highlighters also look very, very beautiful. I'm sure they're going to be extremely, extremely pricey, but you know, I can't wait to swatch them in store. I'll give them a swatch. I will give them a swatch when I see them. I'm definitely intrigued to see what the shine will be on these. I talked about earlier how I haven't been using highlighter as much. Instead, I've been enjoying a glowy blush. That's what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing one of the Haus Labs blushes, which it kind of is a highlighter, kind of is a blush. I can't remember the name right now, but I'll pop it up here, and I have been enjoying that. I just haven't as much been going in with a straight up highlighter just to highlight the cheekbones like I've done in the past. Instead, I want something that's more overall glowy and all of that. So I don't know if these are like the moment for me right this minute, but I do just love the look of a highlighter. I do. I love a highlighter compact. I have quite the collection of highlighters, especially when the packaging and everything really looks so beautiful. I do get excited about that. I'm not gonna lie, get excited. Another kind of sneak peek here from Anastasia. This is the new mini cozy palette. It's gonna have 9 different shadows in it. It's in that kind of 9-pan square format that we've seen in last year's holiday launches. It was like sugar, I don't know. There were 2 that came out, and you know, this picture, I don't think it's doing any justice. It's looking very boring and looking very like muted, and I don't know. I just don't think it's showing any of the shine if there is. Even if these are satin shades, I know I've been like raving about sparkles, which I do love, but I do love a satin shadow. I think it can add a beautiful glow to the lids. If you aren't into sparkle, if that's a little too much for you, or you want something more for every day, a nice satin on the lid can just look so stunning and understated, but still add some life and some brightness and lift and just like something a little extra to the lid. So anyway, I'm imagining that for this palette. I can't see it in the picture, let me tell you, but I think there could be some potential. Again, maybe in person, sometimes the neutral shadows and things like that don't exactly photograph great, but that doesn't mean they're not amazing actual products to put on the eyes. It does say here though that it says coming soon China exclusive on retailers. So again, I don't know if we're gonna get that in the US, but it's a palette again that I would swatch in person. Don't know if it's for me, but I'd swatch it. There's more cherry stuff coming out from Fenty Beauty. This is the Cherry Collection, very aptly named. And in it, we're getting some more of those shimmery kind of blush highlighters, blush lighters that we got last year. These are different shades, I think, and I do like the packaging on these, but I was so excited for the ones that came out last year. I was into the blush lighters. Rare Beauty was coming out with blush lighters, Fenty Beauty was coming out with blush lighters, and I bought 2 of them, and they were some of my worst products of the year. I don't know, for me, they just showed so much texture. Oh my gosh, it was like the perimeter of every pore on my cheeks was highlighted so hard with those freaking blushes. If I really wanted to build the color up, that's all I was getting was the texture and the shine. They just didn't work out for me, and I was so excited because they are that like baked formula, and I love like a baked formula like that. I love something with some shimmer, but they were a little too much for what I was expecting and just what I think looks good on my skin at least. That being said, there are 2 new shades that have come out. One is in the shade Cherry Pied, which is more of the like pink red shade, and then there is the Cherry Pop color, which almost looks like a cherry cola, more leaning that way. It's a little bit deeper. Again, I hope these ones are great, and if you're into a really shimmery blush, maybe you don't have issues with texture. I already have textured skin, so sometimes those really highlighty products can be a bit tricky for me, but I do love the outside packaging. I think it's really fun. There's also a couple lip sets that they have going on with this collection as well. There's the Cherries Gone Bad Hydrating Lip Care Duo, which has a really cute keychain kind of thing with the cherry, so they're kind of bringing it through there. It's like a black cherry color, but it looks quite sheer. Like on the lips, what they're showing, very, very sheer for the lip oil. And then there's also one of the Plush Pudding lip masks in there as well. Then there's also the Chocolate Cherries lip set, which has a liner and I believe a lip gloss in it. And then I think there's a third set as well, if I'm not mistaken. This one is called Cherry Mouth, and this one's more of that red, like fiery red, poppy red cherry. There's a mini of the liquid lipstick in it. There's a lip liner, and it looks like the lip oil as well. So lots of different cherry products. They've also done the cherry scrub in the past. There's like a face scrub and a body scrub with that one. So they are definitely loving cherry over at Fenty. There's also though a new body butter coming out, or like a re-release. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like a re-release of the whipped body butter that they do. This one is in Vanilla Dream, which looks like it's like a coconut vanilla scent. I don't think I've smelled this one, so I'm definitely interested in smelling it. And it says it doesn't have shimmer in it, which I think is nice personally. I mean, a little glow is definitely nice for like going out or for the summer, but I do prefer things without shimmer in them actually, because for me, a lot of the time I am moisturizing before bed, so I don't need the shimmer in my sheets. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't need it all over my face. I don't need it on my sheets. So I kind of like for this one that they went without the shimmer. Ooh, okay, this from e.l.f. I thought this was actually a good release. You know, e.l.f. dupes everything. They're duping things all of the time, but they are finally, I feel like, actually doing, at least look-wise, a dupe of these Summer Fridays. Now, they had these little lip balms before, but these ones look way more like those Summer Fridays. These are the Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balms, and there's tons of different colors. Again, when you see these, I mean, they look like the other tubed lip glosses and lip balms that have come out. I actually have seen a few shorts of these. I haven't tried them myself, but I think these might be maybe a little more thin, glossy, more like an oil than like a true lip balm. But I mean, for all the products for e.l.f. to dupe, it's kind of surprising actually that they didn't do something like this sooner, because lip balms, like tubed lip balms, have been around and like been extremely popular for a very long time. At this point, like a few years at this point, so I'm surprised it didn't come sooner. Again, they did have some shorter ones, and like I feel like it was an attempt, but this actually feels like a more full-out attempt at the trend. Okay, speaking of cherries, there's some cherry stuff coming out from Essence. This is the Cherry Happy collection, and this really is a full-on collection. Okay, there is a In My Cherry Era face primer, there's a Cheeky Cherry lip balm, a Cherry Kisses matte liquid lipstick, Love You Cherry Much blush lighter, a peptide lip gloss in 2 different shades, Cherry on Top and Cherry Cherry Baby, and also some cherry nail stickers that are also cherry scented. So lots of stuff going on. If cherry is your thing, there is a lot to choose from. I do think it's fun for more affordable brands to have these kind of fun themed collections. So I think it's very spring appropriate, summer appropriate. I'm not surprised to see this from Essence. I feel like they do some of these themed collections quite often. Okay, something that had me excited because I am just a sucker for the Laneige lip balms. There's a new flavor. This is the Matcha Bubble Tea tea. I want to say there's 2 new flavors though for some reason, but maybe it's just the 2 formats. There's the lip sleeping mask in the matcha bubble tea, but then there's also the lip glowy balm in the matcha bubble tea, and I just think these are so fun. It really feels like Laneige. I love the different flavor options. It is green, and usually they come off kind of clear, but sometimes they have a little tint to them, so that would be interesting. I just want to smell it. I want to know what it's like. Although I will say matcha specifically, like, I'm just not a matcha girly. I want to be so bad. Everyone looks so cute with their little matcha drinks. Not me. Not me, okay? I'm so sorry, guys. To me, it's giving grass. It's giving green leaves. It just tastes very green to me. I can't get on with it. But, oh, okay, look. It looks like there are 2 flavors. There's a Taro bubble tea, too. That one's purple, and it looks like it's coming out in the mask, the lip mask, and the glowy lip balm. Let me see. Yes, and the lip glowy. So 2 new flavors of those. I think that's so fun. They were doing, like, the swirled stuff for a while. They're always coming out with fun new flavors, and it always gets me excited. I don't want to harp on too much scent stuff because I do have a whole fragrance channel, and that's kind of what we do over there, but this one had me so excited from Skylar. They're coming out with a sunscreen that smells like Boardwalk Delight, which is one of my freaking favorite scents from them. It says cotton candy, coconut milk, vanilla scent. It is so good. Sweet, air spun, cotton candy. So freaking good. And to have it in a sunscreen is so fun, especially again for summer when you're going to be out by the pool. I'm telling you, I've already had a few encounters with the sun this season, but I've definitely been trying to make sure I'm getting that sunscreen on me. So I really love this. It's in a spray, and it's so nice that I could layer it with that scent too. I love it. That's like a fun yet useful item that I'm totally into. Okay, at least one other kind of scent related item. I am really excited for this one from Snif. This is in collaboration with Elle, which she did a collaboration with Snif in the past called Heal the Way, which I absolutely love. It's like this pistachio cream, vanilla, Palo Santo scent. It is so freaking good, but this is gonna be like a lavender version is what it's seeming like. Some of the notes that I'm seeing here are lavender, milk froth, black tea, Palo Santo, and date sugar, along with purple ube. So very, very excited for that. I'm assuming it's gonna be another kind of cozy and just like calming and comforting scent. It's called Gentle Reminder, and it says it's crafted to comfort you, and it's supposed to be grounding. And I love lavender, especially mixed with vanilla or marshmallows or something kind of sweet to offset the kind of medicinal and just like aromatic nature of lavender. Together, it's a beautiful combo. And because I love Heal the Way, I just think I'm gonna love this one. So very, very excited. I am an affiliate with Snif as well. So if you're ever shopping any of their fragrances, you can use my code Lauren10 to save some money. That's affiliated. I also do have a video over on the fragrance channel talking through all the Snif fragrances I had tried at the time. It's a little bit older. I need to update it, but if you just wanted to get kind of a rundown of the house, you could definitely check that video out also. But this one specifically has me very, very excited. I love a little lavender vanilla moment, and I think that's what it's gonna kind of give. At least I'm hoping. From Haus Labs, there are some new shade additions to the Color Fuse blush balms. These are supposed to be kind of an in-between of blush and bronzer, so you can kind of use them however you want to. I really like when brands stick to the formulas that they have, and instead of launching brand new products, are instead launching shade expansions or different shades that kind of go with the seasons or collection theme. And I think these make sense for, again, spring and summer. I personally, though, with this formula, it was a little bit too glossy and glassy for me. I do like a cream blush, but I tend to like something that isn't quite as glowy in the actual formula. Like, I don't need the hydration. I have oily skin, so I just don't get long-lasting results with these, and they tend to also kind of pick up my foundation. But I know a lot of people like this formula, so for anyone with drier skin, or again, if you like that formula, I think it's nice they expanded some shades. We're getting yet another sneak peek. This one's from Rhode though, and it looks like it's going to be a skincare product. We're just getting a few photos here, kind of like a logo. It looks like a surfing logo. I don't know. It looks like it should be on the back of a surfboard and a billabong. But looking at some of the comments, because I couldn't tell. I'm looking at the picture. I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know. Just like tell me what it is. But there are sleuths out there, and in the comments, people are saying that they think it's a hydrating mist, and I think that's a really good guess. I really do think that's a smart guess. So I'm gonna also go with, I'm gonna take that answer and say it's also a hydrating mist, or just some kind of skin mist which I think goes with the line. You know, a lot of the skincare in her line already is about hydration, about the skin barrier, about glowing and glazing and being a glazed little donut. So I think that makes sense as part of the line. Not always the most exciting launch, but I love a little skincare mist. You know, I picked one up at the Sephora sale. I love a makeup setting spray, so I can get down with a mist. I get it. Okay, these from Lancôme actually had me kind of excited. I don't know, there's something about the way that these are pictured and like the promo and marketing for it. These are the Lip Idôle Juicy Treat lip glosses, and something about these photos, I'm telling you, it looks like these jelly cube, icy, but see-through and juicy and plush. I don't know, I love the look of them, honestly. They look so nice and just like plush and good on your lips. I want to put them on. I kind of want to eat them. Like, I just think they nailed it. And this is an example, like how many lip glosses have come out? Like 8 million bazillion, right? 8 million bazillion lip glosses. And I feel like one of the ways you set yourself apart is really the photos, the way it looks, the way you're marketing it and all that. And I think that these are doing a good job, especially for a brand like Lancôme that's been around a long time. And to me, kind of feels like an older brand in the beauty space. These look fresh and young and fun and make me want to try them. I really like them. The doe foot even is like slightly different, and I just think they did a good job with some of those photos, so makes me want to try them. Okay, from ColourPop, we're getting a new collection. This is the Tangled collection. It's another Disney collab, and I mean, I think this is cute. The actual color story of the palette here, which is going to be $22, I do think definitely fits the theme. It's like purples, lavenders, golds, a little bit of a peachy thing going on. It fits the Tangled look very well. With that, there's a little Pascal hair clip. I think that's really cute. There's also some glitters in here. There's some liquid highlights, some lip glosses, a little hairbrush, which again, for Tangled really makes sense. I think those are some of the really fun accessories, the more kind of collectible items, I think, out of the collection. I don't know, I'm not drawn into it, but I also feel like Tangled is just a little bit younger for me. Like when this came out, I wasn't watching Disney movies, but I think for anyone who was, I could see this being like their Ariel, their Aristocats, and maybe wanting to buy some makeup as merch on that. I don't know, it really falls in line with some of the collections I feel like overall that ColourPop has done. Okay, I want to know, do these little hand creams in the different packaging get you? Because some of these designer ones, there's like a Dior one, I think there's like a Chanel one. They are so cute to me, and Guerlain has come out with some as well. These are from the Aqua Allegoria collection, and they're hand creams in different scents. So there is Rosa Verde, there's Mandarin Basilic. Is that how you say that? It sounds so weird when I say it, but also Rosa Rosa, and I think these sound good. The Mandarin one is probably the one I'd go for, especially for summer. It's like a nice fresh citrus scent, which, little promo, I did a citrus video over on the scent channel. So if you're into those like fresh, zesty citrus fragrances, definitely go check that video out and see if there's anything in there for you. But I think these hand creams are so cute, especially for on the go, in your purse, that type of thing. I don't know, I think they're so cute. I'm like always so tempted, but I'm also like, oh my gosh, I don't need that, but it's so cute. Okay, thought we were done with Fenty, but they are coming back out with their body lavas. These are basically like shimmery, glittery luminizers for summer. It's kind of their version of a body oil, that kind of like beach ready, get summer ready, get pool ready, where it's the fantasy of looking shimmery and toned and beautiful and just glistening and hot in the summer heat. Like that's what these give. Beautiful, 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 but you know, I don't need them personally, but every summer we get more of them. Or in this case, they make a comeback. Okay, this one's kind of weird. I don't know what to feel about it. This is from NYX Cosmetics. It's a sneak peek of the Smushy Matte Lip Balm. It says cloud-like pillow soft lips with a sweet diffused matte finish. A sweet diffused matte finish. What does that even mean? What? It's just words. Infused with mochi, rice powder, and sugar ceramides, the lightweight formula cushions your lips with soft blurred tinted lip color in 12 shades. Okay, coming soon. They have a very distinct look to them. They look pillowy in terms of packaging. They have this like round top to them. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of interested. I do like the idea of a matte look. I don't know. Interesting. Okay. There's a new brand coming from SZA. This is the Not Beauty brand, and I think it's going to drop with just lip glosses initially. It seems like there's going to be 3 different shades. They look super glassy and glossy. I mean, they're lip glosses, and I know we've seen so many celebrities come out with beauty brands, and I think for a while I was more fatigued by it, but you know, I don't know. I just kind of feel like, okay, let's give it a shot. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's going to happen. People are going to try their hand at a beauty formula formula or product, and you know, sometimes they can be good. So I am excited to just see where the line goes, what we get even after lip glosses. I think more than anything, it can be fun just to kind of see where the brand's gonna go in the future and just kind of how they build out the line in general. So that's Not Beauty coming from SZA. A new product I wanted to shout out because I got sent these from Peach and Lily. These are the Glass Skin Ginseng Collagen Mask, and I've been talking a lot about the Dr. Jart ones that are like cooling and they're really nice. I really like those masks, but they're kind of expensive. And so when I opened this in the mail, I was super excited because it says, first off, 1 bottle of serum in here. I mean, that's kind of a lot. I've only used this once, but I really loved it, and it gives a very similar effect. Maybe not as cooling as the Dr. Jart ones, but these are $9. Those are like 16 or so, or like 18, so half the price. And it's a 2-part mask. It's also not like a sheet mask in that kind of fabric way. It's the kind of collagen gooey face mask, which I've really been enjoying those. It has 2 parts, like the top and the bottom, and you can use this 3 different ways. One is for 30 minutes, one's for like 3 hours, and you kind of let it go clear. If you've seen any of those masks that you leave on and it's opaque and then it gets clear as you wear it, you can do that, or you can even wear this overnight. I don't know how I feel about wearing masks to sleep. Like, I sleep on my freaking face. Like, I am arm up, one leg up, you know. I don't know if a face mask is staying on my face while I am sleeping like that, so I don't think that's really my thing. But I did kind of this in between. I didn't do it only for 30 minutes, but I also didn't leave it on quite 3 hours, and it was starting to turn transparent on the outer edges, and it felt really good. My skin was hydrated and glowy and just really nice. It definitely is a little cooling as well and just kind of soothing, so thought I would shout these out because I'm really loving them. Okay, I feel like we touched on most of what's coming out. I don't think I've talked about this other product from Lancôme though. This is the Skin Idôle 3 Serum Super Tint Skin Tint. Oh my god, like what? It's the names are just a shit ton of words. Okay, this looks very familiar in packaging to the Urban Decay skin tint or whatever that came out. What is this? Okay, this is the Face Bond, and you know, I actually wasn't a big fan of this. I wanted to be, I'm gonna give this another try. I'm gonna bust it right back out, put it on my face tomorrow and see, but it's like the exact same packaging of this, which this was kind of like unique at the time, but I do like this trend of skin tints. I love a skin tint. The transition from like full coverage and being used to that and going to a skin tint can be tough, let me tell you, but it is so nice to have less product on my skin. A full coverage, full glam face can look so great, and especially in photos, for events, for a late night out, you know, for special events, all that, it can be great. But for every day, I just love a skin tint. It makes me feel put together, but without too much product on my face, without feeling like a mask, usually without having to be as babysat. I feel like a full face of makeup, I at least have to really like make sure everything's looking good, because the moment it starts going downhill, it goes downhill fast. At least to me, it can look like really heavy. Anyway, I love all the skin tints coming out. I don't know if I'll try this one or when I'll try this one, but I do love to see it, and it looks like it has a nice finish on it. So yeah, I don't know, kind of interesting. Definitely the biggest thing with that one was like the packaging. I was like, oh, okay, Urban Decay packaging, we see you. And it also makes sense with packaging because both Lancôme and Urban Decay are owned by L'Oreal, so whether they got like this custom packaging or not, they can kind of move it between their brands. Okay, I thought I was almost done, but I am not, because how could I not mention this? This is from Amika, but it's a collab with Ellis Brooklyn, and they've taken their dry shampoo, the Perk Up dry shampoo, and combined it with the Miami Nectar scent, and I just love, can I just say, I love the trend, or I don't know if it's an actual trend, but anytime that a fragrance brand collabs with a hair care brand, I love it, okay? I love to see Way and Deadcool collabing. I love to see Way and Byredo collabing. I love to see Amika and Ellis Brooklyn collabing. Like, I love it so much, and you guys know I love dry shampoo. I do like the Amika one, and I really do like the Ellis Brooklyn Miami Nectar, and specifically that scent in a dry shampoo for summer. It's just so fun. Like, I am very excited for this, and had to shout it out because, again, I just think it's a fun way to do a collab and create a new product where it's 2 things that already exist, already are loved, and just combining them, you know what I mean? Just switching it up a little, doing something a little different. I think it is so fun, and I think it's fun for brands themselves to collab like that. Like, I like it. I think I'm gonna end it here today. I really love getting caught up with all the new makeup launches with you. It's just fun to be able to talk about what's about to come out, what is coming out, what we think about it, all of that, even if we're not gonna buy it. Just kind of chatting and staying in the know with what's out there. But let me know if there's anything I missed. If there's a product out there you think I'd really like that you want to see me test, let me know. But other than that, I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.